guys, and welcome back to another episode of us chatting away with you. I'm Callie.
I'm Cassie.
And we have an awesome blog post today, featuring the blog post that Cassie has recently written about mastering multiplication facts and the importance of getting them memorized. So we have 4 pillars that we're going to explain to you today, and Cassie's going to talk more in depth about each one. So the first one we're going to talk about is individualized learning of multiplication facts and getting them mastered.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of debate over the last few years about to master your multiplication, or to memorize them or not. And now it's swinging back around to say that yes, you should, even though for the last several years there was a bigger emphasis on
learning the process of it. Yeah, like
and what it means.
Why it is 2 times 8, which is important
Yes.
for those early ages, like 2nd grade.
Yes,
and
and that
third
is
grade.
Exactly what research is saying is, yes, that's important to know, but it's also important to have them memorized.
Because what do you do whenever it's 48 times 22?
Yeah.
You can't sit there and,
You can't
you
draw
gotta know
right.
those facts.
So the first pillar of mastering your multiplication is individualization, and that's just saying that the kids need to be able to learn the facts in a progressive way and at their own pace. So kind of start with the easy ones like, times 2, times 0, times 5. Start there and get those base of facts memorized, and then slowly add on new fact families after the older, easier fact families are already memorized.
Yeah, and that pillar goes into into all of these pillars, I'd say.
Yes.
So it's like the foundation pillar.
Yeah, it is. It's the most important part. Because if you just kind of say, okay, this week is times 5, and you have your whole class do activities that are geared towards learning that, what happens to the kids that didn't learn that week?
Yep.
Next week, he's lost.
Yep, exactly.
So on the blog, we have some strategies for actually individualizing the work for the students.
Yeah.
So that is the first pillar, the most important, like Callie said.
And then the next one is fun. So how can you bring that individualized learning into fun?
Yes, so you're a teacher. If something isn't fun to the kids, they're not going to want to do it. But if it is fun, they will beg you to do it.
And they'll want to do it all the time until they have it mastered, and you're like, okay, it's time to move on to something else.
Yes, my kids loved our spiraled fact time so much that if I had to skip it because we were running late for specials or something, they would just get mad.
Oh yeah, we would do it on Fridays, and the kids would be like so bummed if they had to like go to a dentist appointment or something. They'd be like, I'm gonna miss it. So
yeah, so make it fun, and the way to do that is just to incorporate it into some of your math stations or centers. I have a focus of 4 different math stations. One's math with a friend, math with the teacher, math with technology, and math with myself. And this is the perfect way to have practice with games. But remember to focus again on the individualization. You don't want to just have a game in there where kids roll the dice and whatever they land on, they multiply. That's not going to be the most beneficial way. So on the blog, we actually have a freebie. Yeah.
It's a game. It's like a dot-to-dot
We
game.
did play a tiny bit of the game.
Fun. This is the 7s in particular.
Yes, so speaking of 7s in particular, when you have these games in your stations, what you need to do is have a version for every one of the families. That way the kids, during their individualized learning, can go to the exact game board they need to learn.
Yep.
And this is totally free. There's all the board games from times 2 all the way up to times 12 on the blog, so you don't want to miss that.
That's a steal.
It is so fun, and it's so easy. There is no prep for this game at all.
So the next pillar is homework, aka practicing these multiplication memorizations outside of school.
Yes, and that's that's what it means, outside of school. And that's just, it doesn't have to be a worksheet with multiplication facts on it. It doesn't have to be anything formal. It just needs to be you collaborating with the parents, and both of you are on the same page about how important this is to your education.
It really is.
It really is similar to learning your ABCs.
I agree.
And your blends. Because without those, you can't do bigger words, and you definitely can't make sense of the words without knowing the basics. And so homework can be fun. Just send home a direction of a game that they can play with a deck of cards or any way. Plus, it brings families together.
And you have I think you have on your site, you have like a video type game where the kids can play it at home, or the parent and the teacher, neither one has to do anything. The kid just watches the instructions on the video and they can play these multiplication games, and it's
that is actually
like watching YouTube.
It is on YouTube,
really is,
by the way.
But
that is one of my favorite products I've ever made, and it is literally a 1-page game board, and that's it. And it uses basic materials like a deck of cards or a dice. And the kiddies get to watch a YouTube video that teaches them the direction. So they don't even have to read directions. They can just watch. So if you want something like that, it's on the blog.
Yeah. And then the last thing is making it a routine. That's important, because that's how you get that drilled in your head. Oh, okay, I know 4 times 2 is 8. Right off that. Like, I don't need to. Well, obviously I don't need to, but
I mean, it's like when you have a routine, you're less likely to skip it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how busy it is. I know how much you have to do. And I know that fact mastery can seem like it's something that is kind of optional.
Yeah.
But investing the time into your day to do it is what's going to make all the difference for the kids. And on the blog, there's some ideas of fun ways just to build it into your day. Not necessarily doing it. It's just maybe walking down the hallway and you see the facts posted on the wall as you walk. So little things that you can do.
Friday quick check quizzes, they're like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids really, they start to expect it whenever you do it consistently. And that's important. That routine, kids like routine. Even if they don't say it, they need it. They love routine and they're used to it. So.
And just the same, when you're gone and you have a sub and they tell the sub, that's not how Miss Jones does it. That's, it's the same thing. They know if it becomes a routine, they know how to do it and they like doing it and they want to keep it that same way. So there's just a lot more details that you can read about, more things that you can look at and see. But the biggest thing is that, guys, it is so important. So important. I mean, I don't know. I've seen some teachers want to walk down to the grade below them and say,
"What?
Why didn't you teach these facts?"
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I did. I tried. I thought they learned them. So, anyways, it is important, and your kids will thank you.
Counting anymore in 4th grade.
Yeah, get past
Towards
that.
the end of 4th. Well, yeah.
Just get past it.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
Yep.
So, anyways, we hope that you'll join us next week. We're going to talk a little bit more about assessment next week. So, see you later. Bye.